Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the League of Europe here with the lads of D4 for round number 8 at the Austrian Grand Prix. The Red Bull Ring. Let's see who is going to come out on top. Missed a little bit of qualifying. Apologies, I had to rush and have a quick bathroom break after the D3 race. I do apologise for being a couple of minutes late, but it was needed. But we are here with 30 minutes to go. As you can see, we got some times already in. Mir Ryan currently on provisional pole with a 4.9, just ahead of Maupai. And then we got Jasper in third, Calvin Christian in fourth, Raj in fifth, ST5 in 6th, Smitsky in 7th, Jod in 8th, Cloudy in 9th, Dale in 10th. Now, Mark said in the podcast I've been pronouncing the name wrong of Jerome. I pronounce it the way that I see it. I'm not very good when it comes to pronouncing names that are pronounced differently in different countries. Just not very good at it, guys. But 11th we got Jerome, 12th Maverick, 13th Sven, and we're still waiting for times from Don Steering Wheel, Ghost Recon. As Ghost Recon actually just sets a time and puts it up into P9. So waiting for times from Don Steering Wheel, who is just set the purple first sector. So we'll actually go on board with Don Steering Wheel for just a few moments. By the way, guys, I am solo comming this tonight. Unfortunately, my co-com Ton Albanach is unable to make it as he is having internet issues, which is a shame because I know that he would have been looking forward to this one. So here goes Don across the line and it's P8. Right, Ryan B has invalidated his lap, and we are waiting to see, are we going to get any quicker times? Is anyone going to join Ryan and Maupai in the falls? And we got Frankie in the chat cheering on Jasper. Jasper doing well so far, up in third. Maupai there with the purple middle sector, and why every single time does my phone want to go off? And Maupai there with a 4.6, a fantastic time there from the Alfa Romeo. Jasper, he does get into the fours, but he's unable to move up any positions. Meanwhile, Calvin Christian, purple in the middle sector. We'll stick on board, see what he's going to do. So he comes around the final corner. Keeps it validated, which is good. And he does improve and gets up into second. So a good lap there from the man in the Renault. Meanwhile, his teammate, who is a little bit disappointed after crashing out last week. Also, he made it. He made it known that both me and Ton didn't really react very well But he does chuck it into second. A fantastic lap there. The Renault's looking good tonight. Got ST5 on the lap. Jerome, he's up by a 10th in the first sector. Is the car behind Kieran? Yes, it is. So we'll stay on board with Jerome, and then we'll immediately follow what Kieran is doing. As I didn't actually see the sector split there. We come through the... Oh, he's gone wide. He's invalidated it. What about Kieran? Kieran's also invalidated it. Meanwhile, we do have Ryan B on a lap. He is halfway through sector 2. Not many corners here, but I wonder what the race conditions are going to be like. I'm just going to turn to the chat as Ryan B says a purple middle sector on the mediums, by the way. So just looking in the chat as we got Jav in here showing support as Ryan B puts it in 6th. Actually, he wasn't on the mediums. Sorry, I must have it. Yeah, I got it on best, not fitted. It's a bad rookie mistake there from myself. But with 6 minutes remaining, Ryan B is going to be looking to improve on that time. We do have Smitsky, who is just a bit down on his time right now, although he might be able to improve in this final sector. We shall see. Coming through the penultimate corner, not running too wide. For the final corner, keeping it all legit. To the line he'll go now, and it is going to be half a 10th quicker, so he doesn't move up any positions, which is unfortunate. Meanwhile, it does look like Ryan B is going for it, so we'll see if he can improve to get the provisional pull back in his favour. As he crossed the line, he does not improve. As we got Jasper, who's off at turn 1, losing the traction somewhere. Oh, he's definitely lost the traction on the exit at turn 1, and he has not got a full front wing, so that's not good for Jasper. He needed that time. As I'm still going to call him Jerome. I just am. It's just the way that is spelled. It's the way I'm gonna pronounce it. Like, you know, there's a reason why I call Sven, you know, because I can't pronounce the second part of his name, so I don't attempt it. But Jerome doing some good work right now on the medium tires, just outside the top 10. So once he jumps on the soft tires, expect him to be quite a bit. As Jod collision with Ryan, who was on a cooldown lap. Jod, was he on a flying lap though? Jod does have a 5-place grid drop, which is not good for him, but that's going to be a discussion that will be taken into Discord. I can guarantee you that. As Ibo has just come in the chat to inform us of the race conditions. Apparently it's going to be all dry as Raj to the line. He improves, but only by 11 thousandths of a second. One hundredth of a second is what Raj improved by. And Calvin has actually found a bit more time because he has jumped up into second. So now pressure on Mir Ryan, pressure on Raj, pressure on Jasper as well, and Ryan B. As Kieran has popped it up into third with a 4.7. So now Kieran has got a lap on the board, and now he has something to work off when he comes back into the pits and goes for another lap. So that would be fantastic for Kieran. It looks like Ghost is going to go for another run. So we'll stick on board with Ghost. We got 2.5 minutes remaining. So Ghost Recon right now, he is maximum attack here in sector 2. Is Ghost gonna make it into the fours? He is down on his time though, and he's backed out. Believe Ibo is the next car, and he's up by a 10th. Ibo's up by a 10th, and here he comes out into the penultimate corner, into the final corner. And he does improve. And Slayer does have enough time for a cool down lap. And we will have Ryan B setting out first on the flying lap. Now if Ryan B is down on his time, he can abort it quite early to go for another flying lap, as Kieran has retired in the pit lane. So Ryan B absolutely pushing it, and he's gone so far wide. That's an invalidation, but I don't think, no, he's not going to be able to do another one. He's going to have to retire. So Ryan B's session is over. Jasper hasn't improved. Jasper's session is also over. Who's behind him is Maupai. Can Maupai improve on his time as he comes through the final corner? No, he can't, because he has also invalidated. Calvin Christian has gone purple in sector 2. As we got the Ferraris coming to the line now. Smitsky does improve his time, but not his position. Alt Maverick gets ahead of Smitsky. And Ryan B pushes up on provisional pole. Can Maupai strike back? No, he can't. Sorry, not Maupai, Calvin Christian. But look at the gap between these two guys as Raj through the final corner. Unable to improve on his time. Ryan B, as we know, unable to improve on his time. Ghost Recon not going to be able to improve, and we got Slayer into the pits. But look at that gap between Ryan B, Calvin Christian, That is 0.02 of a second. That is fantastic stuff. As Jod in the chat not happy because he does have the 5th place grid drop. Dave unable to set a lap time, which is not good for him. Okay, so the man on pole is Mir Ryan, who does have a 5th place grid drop with his collision with Jod. So Calvin will be on pole with Mopai in 2nd, Kieran in 3rd, Raj will be 4th. I think Mir Ryan will either slot into 5th or 6th alongside Jerome. Jasper will be 7th, Ryan B, Don steering wheel, ST5 round at the top 10. Then outside the top 10 with 3 choice of tyre compound, we got Maverick, Smitsky, Ghost Recon, Sven. We'll have Slayer, Dale, Cloud, Ibo, Dave, and then at the back of the grid with our 5th place grid pen will be Jod. So that will be the grid order. As we wait for these guys to set out their strategies for the race. And interestingly enough, you can one stop it here. You can one stop the soft to mediums. You can go for a 2 stop as well, which isn't a bad shout. You can chuck on the hards. There's a good variety of strategy here that could play into it, and you never know, safety cars could be a factor. VSCs. Right, so let's have a look. Out of the top 10, who has gone for what tyre? So the first man on the mediums is the man in 12th. That is the Ferrari of Smitsky. And then we've got the Alfa Romeo of Slayer, the Racing Point of Dale, and the Williams of Sir Ibo opting for the medium compound tyres. Everyone else outside the top 10 has opted for the softs. So yeah, Jerome has got ahead of Mir Ryan because of that 5th place grid drop. So Mir Ryan down in 6th place. It's going to be interesting because from what I understand, if I remember correct, it is Renault is currently leading the constructors. I'm not sure. Let me have a quick peek at that. As everyone is coming around the final corner, getting into their grid positions, ready to start this race. Yes, it is Haas who are leading the constructor. So this is a good opportunity for Red Bull, a good opportunity for Renault to close that gap, and Raj definitely needs to close that gap to Jasper. 20 points clear is the man in the Haas. And here we go, as we are getting ready for 5 red lights eventually, and here they are. 5 red lights, and we are underway, and it looks like a very good start there from the Renault and the Red Bull. Looks to be quite clean through turn 1, no major incidents going on behind, but Raj side by side with Kieran up the top of the hill, and Raj had a little peek, and Maupai and Kieran just made a little bit of contact there as we have a yellow flag in sector 2, and I think that is the McLaren of... Oh, it's Ryan B. Ryan B is around it. I thought it was Dave, but it's not. It's his teammate Ryan B. As Don's steering wheel is losing out positions to Maverick, who's just hit the back of Cloudy, who's gone straight around the outside of ST5. Unbelievable. But we come back towards the front. This circuit notorious for the DRS train. So what you want to do is break DRS as quickly as possible if you are Calvin. As I saw down the order, we had the Ferrari and McLaren going side by side. But this could be interesting. Ibo shaping up a move on Jod. He's going to send it down the inside. He's had a little peek. But Smitsky sends it right around the outside of the Williams driver. Slayer has just got past Ibo as well. So we do have this initial pack of 8 that will have DRS on each other and should tow each other along very nicely. Calvin all the way down to Ghost Recon, who is just about staying in there. So we'll see. And then we got this second DRS train with Cloudy, ST5, Maverick, Don steering wheel, and Dave. But I'm gonna go a little bit closer to the front. Jasper not close enough to make a move. What about for the lead? Are we gonna see any moves on the leader right now? No, we're not. As Jasper, he is getting very close to the Mercedes. As ST5 side by side with the Haas, and contact has been made, and there goes Cloud. Cloud is off. ST5 has dropped the place to Maverick. Yellow flags in sector 2, and it's going to be a long day now for the Haas driver. As Raj picks up the fastest lap of the race so far. Maupai getting close to Calvin, but he's just not getting it done. But someone who could be making a move. ST5, actually not Maupai. Side by side with Calvin as we go back on board with them. And Maupai able to get ahead of Calvin Christian, but now Calvin will have the opportunity to save a bit of ERS, to use the DRS on Maupai to kind of tow him along a little bit. And Ghost Recon picks up the first 3-second penalty as Don steering wheel has got past Maverick, and ST5 is going to have a look down the inside into turn 1. We'll stay on board. Oh, he's come back, and Jod losing out multiple positions there. I think Jod was out. Oh my god, as ST5 has just completely... He's just gone for the takeout. He has 100% just gone for the absolute takeout. The dive bomb of dreams, to be fair, as Dave has now got past Alt Maverick. So I wonder what that was all about. As I'm trying to get the stream back up so I can get your guys' reactions to what we have just seen. Do you know what, Dave? Done exactly the same to me, but not at the start of the race. So it was during the first pit stop they done that to me. So everyone kind of keeping a single file right now. Not many moves happening. Just sticking in this DRS train. The interesting thing is going to be when the undercuts come out. Now, if this was a real life F1 right now, the undercuts would probably favour Christian from Red Bull. Christian from Renault and Kieran from Red Bull, though the championship would favour Raj and Ryan. So I don't know, it's an interesting one. Calvin, Christian and Kieran currently ahead of their teammates, and Raj right now, he is going to gain a few points on Jasper in the championship. Meanwhile, Raj is trying to break out of this Red Bull sandwich he is in. He is all over the back of Kieran. He's going to have a look down the inside. No, he's not. He's going to back out, think better of it. But out of all the guys in this DRS train, it looks like Raj is the man that looks like he's more determined to make the overtake. As Jerome actually down the inside. I didn't quite see that until I just looked on the little timesheets, and Jasper again on the curb, losing the back end. He's lost a spot to Ghost Recon. Meanwhile, Ryan under pressure from Jerome, and this could be it. If he... Oh! The Red Bull of Kieran around the outside of Calvin Christian for second place. Now these two, as much as you don't want to give up position, it's better to not lose the DRS to Maupai at this moment in time. It's got a yellow flag in sector 3. That is... Yeah, that's Cloud. Where's he to? He's on the final corner. Okay, he's got himself going again, which is good. But Maupai has now got that gap, and here goes Calvin Christian down the inside of Kieran. But now Kieran will have the DRS. Calvin gets a 3-second time penalty. As we're on board with Calvin's teammate Raj, as Kieran's going to make that move around the outside. And here we go again with DRS. It looks like Raj... Looks like Calvin Christian has given Raj that position right there. So team orders going on at Renault as Jod and Alt Maverick having a bit of a battle for the final points paying position down in P12. Smitsky, he's plodding along well in 11th on those medium compound tyres, which at this point of the race should start to become the better tyre. We're going to go back up towards the front because Raj all over the back of Kieran. This is for second place. Here goes Raj to the inside. And Kieran does the switchback, gets back underneath him. A fantastic bit of driving there from the man in the Red Bull. Able to get the switchback, cut back underneath him, and Calvin going a bit deep. Is that going to invite Mir Ryan to have a little look on him? He's not going to make a move at the moment, as we got Jerome. He's just chilling there for the time being, as is Ghost and Jasper all the way down in 8th. As Mir Ryan side by side with Calvin as they come into the penultimate corner, and Mir Ryan gets the move done. What about Jerome? Jerome all over the back of him. Jerome not able to get the job done, but Raj once again all over the side, all over the back, all over the side. It's free wide. Red Bull, Mercedes. Oh, I was thinking Mercedes from 2016 then, with Rosberg and Hamilton making contact, but oh, it's absolutely kicked off as Raj is around. Oh no. Virtual safety car is out. But we just saw there, Mir Ryan managed to get a fantastic run on the exit of turn 1 to make it 3 wide with him, Kieran and Raj. Raj squeezing what he thought was Kieran, but he probably didn't realise that that Ryan was there, and that just sent Kieran off into the wall. So Kieran is going to have to make a pit stop for a front wing change. Fortunately, it is the pit window, but he is going to have to double stack with his teammate. And I'm not sure what happened with Raj and Mir Ryan at the top of the hill. So the man that is now in the lead is Calvin Christian, because Mopai did come into the pits as well. As I'm not sure about that one, Ghost. As Ghost Recon just come out of the pits on intermediates. He is on intermediates. This is incredible. Mir Ryan gets past Dale for 8th place, as we got a bit of a scrap between Jod, Maverick and Slayer for what is currently 5th place, but Jod and Maverick Jod and Maverick are going to be in the pits very soon, I'd say, as Calvin is in, and we'll see where he comes out relative to everyone else. Mopai is the only one that has made his pit stop, and he's going down the inside of Smitsky for P2, as we got the Toro Rossos battling, and a little bit of ghosting going on there. And Ghost Recon back into the pits again to change off those intermediate tyres, and he has switched over to the mediums. But with what has happened, Jasper is in great position right now to actually extend his lead in the championship. As we got Calvin Christian around the outside of Alt Maverick. May Ryan looking on as Ibo picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. Slayer down the inside of Maverick. Maverick going off track, but does lose that spot to Slayer. And here goes May Ryan down the inside. Fantastic move there from the Red Bull. And Jasper also getting through ASAP as well. Oh no! Jasper and Ryan are around. Oh my god, what has gone on there? May Ryan and Jasper, I think, have made contact and both are around. Jasper's coming into the pits, presuming for a front wing change. As he doesn't get a speeding penalty, which is good to see, but that is heartbreaking. May Ryan is trying to defend from Ryan B. So once again, as it was earlier in the season, we had the battle of the Ryans. And now Raj is looking good to get a whole load of points on Jasper in the championship. Yeah, it looks that way, Jav. It does look like they tangled in the fast left-hander. And Ryan B has got ahead of the Mercedes of Jerome. As we got Sven, who is going slow. And we got this battle for what is essentially 19th between two very quick guys of Ghost Recon and Jasper. As Kieran picks himself up a 3-second time penalty. So, looking at the race so far, Maupai is definitely our race leader. Samitsky will have to make the pit stop, so Calvin will be promoted into second. Raj will be in third. So, with both Renaults that will potentially be on the podium, of course we don't know what Slayer and Smitsky are going to do strategy wise. They might do an absolute worldie and do mediums to softs. You never know. As Kieran is trying to make his way through the traffic. And he is back up into the points, but at the moment it is only 1 point, and there's actually not a huge amount of people ahead that have to pit. There's only 3. So it looks like Don Steering Wheel not able to get a very good drive out of that corner, as does lose a bit of time to Dale and Dave there. Now I know we got a bit of a ding-dong battle towards the back end with Jasper and Ghost Recon, and Alt Maverick is there as well. This is full position, but it's not for points. And Ghost goes deep. They're going to be side by side again. Jasper just about gets ahead. Don Steamwell into the pits. He is getting a new front wing and chucking on a set of mediums. Smart man, he can definitely go to the end on those. And we are at half race distance right now. Looks like this battle is going to be the closest battle we have on track. Saying that though, Raj has just got within DRS of Slayer. So it looks like Jasper has managed to come out on top in that battle with Ghost and Alt Maverick, but stay on board with this one as Ryan B closing in. Nope, what about Raj? He's going to try it around the outside. Try for the switchback, but Slayer completely shut that down. Will Raj go to the inside again? No, but he will get the better drive out of the corner as May Ryan has got past Dale for 7th place, and a bit of contact there with Slayer and Raj, and Slayer is around. And that is unbelievable. And Ryan B's off. I just saw it in the background with an orange flash going off into the gravel, and it was Ryan B. There is so many stuff happening in this race. It is actually going to be hard to do a top 5. It really is. As we got the Mercedes of Jerome getting past Dale. DRS move down the outside, and it's a textbook overtake. Absolutely textbook. Oh, Ibo! Ibo, no! Ibo losing it under traction. And now Ibo's going to be under pressure from Sven as well as Don Steering Wheel. Okay, so we got this battle right now. It's the closest battle that we have on track. May Ryan versus Giron. As May Ryan, he is able to defend through the DRS zone, so good work there from May Ryan. It looks like he's got some decent straight line speed. As Don Steering Wheel gets past Ibo, and Don now up into 13th place. But remember, the top 12 are the ones that get points, so Don Steering Wheel is not in the points just yet. And Dale is in the pits along with Slayer. and the soft tyres are coming out for both of them. So now this is going to be very interesting, because for the first, I'd say 8 laps, those softs are going to be rapid. But the more worn they are, the slower they're going to get. Smitsky is doing a fantastic job right now, because he is stretching those mediums very well. And Ibo's into the pits also for a set of soft tyres. Strangely enough, we haven't lost a single person yet. We are at 2/3 distance, and we haven't had a safety car, we haven't had a DNF. This is fantastic stuff from everyone here. So massive congratulations to every single person involved. As May Ryan picks up a 3-second time penalty. I mean, we can't congratulate that, but we can acknowledge it. As here we go, Jerome down the inside. Bit of contact made there, but it looks like the Mercedes has managed to get the job done. Meanwhile, Jasper has fought his way back up into the points, but he is under pressure from Slayer on those very fresh, soft tyres. Now, it's just no contest on those rubber. On those difference of tyres, it's just no contest. As Smitsky just made his pit stop, where's he going to come out to? It's going to be ahead of Kieran, isn't it? Yeah, he's come up right behind May Ryan, so Smitsky could be on for a podium here today. Fantastic. Meanwhile, Dave, up from what was effectively last, he didn't set a time in qualifying, but got moved up into 19th because of John's 5-place penalty. Currently chilling right now in 4th place. So Dave has had a fantastic race. Smitsky has had a fantastic race. Mopai has had a fantastic race. Calvin, he'll be a little bit upset because of the incident that slowed him down that involved Raj and the 2 Red Bulls. But I think he'll be happy with his general performance here. Raj, on the other hand, I don't think will be happy at all. I think the only thing Raj will be happy with is the fact that this race has been a nightmare for Jasper as well. And oh no, Smitsky! I just spoke about him doing well, and now he has absolutely... Smitsky. He was on for the podium. You hate to see it, you really do. And Jasper somehow has not only managed to get back past Slater, but he's also built a 2.5 second gap to him as well, as Ghost has now also got past Slayer. So I don't know what's happened there with the man in the Alfa Romeo, but the man in the Ferrari is going to be absolutely fuming as he just peels off into the pits right now. His teammate, on the other hand, could be sniffing a couple of points. Jasper picks up a 3-second time penalty. He's not safe. Jasper is not safe yet. I think Jasper is going to He's not going to catch Dale. Dale is too far ahead on those soft tyres. Jasper needs to pull a 3-second gap. And if Slayer gets ahead of Ghost Recon, which looks like it's going to happen right here, right now, as Slayer sends it around the outside, Ghost actually defending well. And Mir Ryan also into the pits, so just for a fastest lap attempt, or I think it might be. Yeah, as I was saying, Jasper, unfortunately, he is not safe in points at the moment. He's down in 10th. He does have a couple of penalties. And Slayer is 2 seconds behind him, and he's got a train going all the way down to 15th. So it is very nervous times for the man in the Haas, the man in P10. Meanwhile, the battle between the McLaren and the Mercedes, it does continue. So we're going to go on board right here because it looks like Jerome just got a fantastic launch off that corner, and with DRS he's going to get ahead comfortably. But he goes deep, and that's just opened the door for Dave to come back. A little bit of a wheel spin moment there for the Mercedes, and he has lost over a second. So that is very unfortunate for the man in the silver arrow. Smitsky picks up a 3-second time penalty. Ghost he's doing well to stick with Slayer. I mean, this is the closest battle that we have on track, and it is the train for the final points playing position. And Slayer is slowly catching Jasper as well, which is disconcerting for the man in the Haas, because if he gets caught, he might not even get a point out of this. As Don has made a mistake, and that has given Ghost and Slayer a little bit of breathing room. It might have just saved Jasper as well. Nope, saying that, Don Steenwell is back in the DRS window of Slayer, so this is going to be incredibly interesting with the guys fighting for the bottom points. Meanwhile, Jerome has managed to get back around that DRS window of Dave. It does look like the man in the Mercedes is slightly quicker, but every time he goes for an overtake, he's a bit too late on the brakes, not able to get the stopping power to make that move stick. As Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty. Now that will have just given a bit of breathing space for Jasper, knowing that there's one less person behind him to worry about. And Raj currently, he is just chilling in third. Calvin is chilling in second. Mopai, if he wanted, has the gap to make a pit stop for the soft compound tyres and get all 26 points. He does have that gap. As we got a yellow flag in sector 3 with the back markers of Ryan B and Maverick getting out of the way. So the question is Mopai thinking about that fastest lap point as well? Because here's the thing, if I had a gap of 22 seconds, I would be pitting, chucking on the softs and going for fastest lap. 100%. That's exactly what I would do right now. Don't think he wants to risk it. I mean, he's got the pace, like, as we can see, like, 22-second gap. Pit stop around here is around, I'd say around 25. Calvin does have penalties. Now, Mopai could be checking with Jeff the penalty situation with Calvin. Mopai should come out ahead of Raj. And on very fresh, soft tyres, should easily be able to get past the Renault. And not only that, as he picks up a 3-second time penalty, okay. So that might be a risky one, as we got Slayer and Ghost having another little battle. And Slayer losing the traction, getting on the grass a little bit. And it does look like Ryan B... Is he here? I think he is. Yeah, he's definitely there because of the pace that he's going. But he is all over the back of our race leader, who he is coming into the pits. Okay, so here we go. Mopai into the pits. As we're going to stay on board with Calvin to see if Calvin can get anywhere close to him. So here we go. The man in the lead has built up such a gap that he is opting to pit for the fastest lap. As Dave and Jerome side by side, and Mopai is actually going to come out ahead of Calvin. So yeah, like I said, Mopai has actually made it work. 6 seconds. 6.5 seconds, the gap between our race leader and second place. And now Mopai, he's got the ERS. The question is, has he got the fuel? As Kieran picks up a 3-second time penalty, as we've got to go back on this battle with Ryan and Jod, but there, was very close there from me and Ryan, as Dave gets back past Jerome. So a very interesting dynamic of what we've had going on by here, as Ryan B and Don Steering Wheel side by side on the run up the hill. And up ahead of him you got Slayer and Ghost Recon, who are battling it out as well. And Ryan B able to get past Don Steering Wheel. Ghost Recon holding on to 11th place for the time being. And Dave is holding on to P4. And Ryan has built up a 1-second gap to Jod behind. So Jerome, is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. There's got to be a bit of tactics by you. Jerome is probably thinking that all he's got to do is just stay behind. Stay behind and he gets DRS in the final lap. And it looks like Jod is probably thinking the exact same thing. As Slayer down the inside of Ghost, as Maupai does set the fastest lap of the race by some margin, I believe. Yep, big margin actually, Jesus. Over a second quicker. So it is going to come all the way down to the final lap. The battle for P4. The battle for P7. The battle for P11. And potentially the battle for P10 and everything else. As we got the... we've got Ibo around... Doesn't look like Jerome is going to send it. So he's just going to hold position, and Jod has dropped up a little bit. Actually, oh, Jerome's done it. They're side by side in the final sector. Dave, Jerome, side by side. As Maupai has won the race. I'm sorry, mate, I wasn't on board for it. But here we go into the final two corners. Dave has got ahead and will cross the line ahead of Jerome and will keep P4, and Kieran will get 5th place. Ryan should come home in 7th and Jod in 8th, as we got Dale under pressure from Jasper. Dale does keep it ahead of Jasper. Ryan B does jump up ahead of Ghost Recon, and Don Steering Wheel jumps up ahead of both Ryan B and Ghost. So Ghost has been dropped outside of the points. My God. What a absolutely dominating race from Maupai there. Absolutely incredible. It was 100% insane. The sheer domination that he had on that second stint on the mediums. He got the undercut, he got the gap, and he just kept extending and extending and extending, and got the gap to pit for soft tyres and still come out ahead in first place. So there it is, Maupai, our race winner, and Raj picking up some very big points on Jasper in the championship in second place. Calvin Christian, it's a double Renault podium, good for the constructors. He is in third. Dave gets a very impressive 4th place. Jerome in 5th. Red Bull 6th and 7th. Kieran ahead of his teammate Ryan. Jod in 8th, picking himself up a few points, and he'll be happy with that in the Toro Rosso. Dale will pick up 9th. Jasper, our championship leader, all the way down in 10th. Don Steering Wheel and Ryan B are the final 2 points paying positions, and outside of the top 10. So I'm just going to have a quick look. So outside the top 10, in 13th was Ghost Recon, 14th was Sven, 15th was Old Maverick, 16th was Smitsky, who's going to be incredibly disappointed after this race. 17th was Slayer, also another one who will be disappointed. ST5 in 18th, and 19th we had Cloudy, and 20th Ibo, all the way at the back. But that was a race that there was a lot of things. Some of it may well go into the stewards. You know, time will tell. But for me, commentating on this race, it was actually a rather enjoyable one. There was always a bit of a battle going on somewhere. But massive congratulations to the both of the Renaults again on the podium, and to our race winner, Maupai. Hopefully next week I will be joined once again by my co-commentator, Tun Albanak. But the next race is the British Grand Prix. So hopefully you guys like Silverstone and changeable conditions, because that's what Britain and Silverstone is known for, those changeable conditions. So until next week guys, have a good one.